Hi friends! I just want to explain to you what credibility statements and in-text citations are. You're going to need to be able to use credibility statements and in-text citing in your paper and in your speech for your persuasive project. Basically, once you start getting all your MLA citations together and you're ready to start writing your paper, you're going to need to insert your research that you find into your paper, and then you're going to have to cite it correctly. So most of your research should be from databases. I'm hoping that you have 5 to 6 really strong articles that you're going to want to use for your paper and for your speech. So the databases that you got from Mac and Via, the information that you saved in your research journal. This is an example of an in-text citation and a credibility statement. In the 2019 article, Is Vaping Deadly? From the Points of View Reference Center, Jan Brady claims. This is how I would set up saying some information from this source. So we know that the article was from 2019. The title of the article was Is Vaping Deadly? The title of the database was the Points of View Reference Center. And then the author is Jan Brady, or the person who said it is Jan Brady. So this is what you're going to need to do when you put your research into your paper. This is the proper way to do it. And there's other ways to do it too besides just this one exact format. And as you become a stronger writer, you can kind of reorder how it looks. But you need to make sure you have all of these things in your in-text citation. So you can see that there's a template for you here so that you can just fill in the blanks with your information. So if you have one article that you definitely want to use and incorporate into your paper, put the date in the blank date article, and then the article title from the whatever the database is by name of the author, and then you can say claims, reports, or states, and then say whatever information you want to say. You need to do this every single time you use a source in your paper for the first time. You don't have to use it every single time you want to use information from this article, just the first time. And then after that, when you use this information from the same source again, you just have to do a parenthetical citation, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. If there is no author for some reason, sometimes there won't be an author. Notice how this one starts with the date. So it says in the date article, and then it gives you the article title from the name of database, claims or reports or states. So if there isn't the name of the author, you can do it like this and just exclude the author name. But still you can see there's a lot of information here, so we know exactly where you got the information from. If you scroll down here, you can see an example of how you would do it with a website. Most of your information, though, will come from databases, so you shouldn't be really using websites as much. That should be kind of a last resort, but in case you do, put the name of the website and then give some reasoning why it's credible. Like in this example, it says, a site dedicated to providing reliable information to the academic world. If there's any sort of credibility that you know about the website that was just kind of made up, you could say that. And it states or reports or claims in whatever the date of the website is. So every time you use a source for the first time in your paper, you need to make sure you are very specific about where the information is from. This helps avoid plagiarism. It's very important. Date, article title, name of the database, and name of the author. Your research journal will have all this stuff saved for you, which is good. So once you've used the source for the first time in your paper, then you'll probably end up using the source again at some point in your paper, but you don't have to redo that credibility statement every time. You only do the credibility statement the first time. So say this is my MLA citation for one of my sources, right? This is a source that I am using, and I've already done the credibility statement the first time. Now, if I use this source again in my paper, and I put in some information that I got from this source, all I have to do is end it with putting the whatever comes first here in the citation, which is the author's last name, like that. So I'd put all my information here in front of it, whatever it is that I'm saying that I got from this website that I want to make sure I say in my paper. And then this is how I would end the sentence, by just putting Ebert in parentheses. That's my parenthetical citation because I've already done a whole in-text citation earlier, so I don't have to do that every time. Here, I just end it with the author's last name because it's the first thing that shows up in the MLA citation. For this one down here, you can see that Of Minds and Men is the article title, and that's the first thing that appears in this MLA formatted citation. So if I was going to use that source, I would say all the information in my paper that I want to say from this source, and then I would just end it with Of Minds, oopsies, Minds and Men, like that. So whatever comes first in the MLA formatted citation is how you cite it in parentheses in your paper after you've already done those in-text citations. I know this is a lot, and I will help you through it. We will talk more about it, but it's good practice for you to make sure that you're citing your sources properly in your paper. This is how it has to be done so that you avoid plagiarism and you're very specific about where you got your information from. So let me know what kind of questions you have. Give it a try. I promise it gets easier after you get started with it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you need. I'll talk to you soon.